This day means a lot to me because I was expecting this day since Yahya Jammeh took office. I knew very well whatever he does, one day or the other, this day will come, and it means a lot to me as a victim.
It is something that we've been hoping for it to start, and finally we are here today to grace the launch of the TRRC.
From today, I expect the TRRC to get started, and all the victims during the Jammeh's rule or the Jammeh atrocities would get justice. It's all that we are interested in is justice. We need justice, and this is why we are always calling for the government to make sure that this TRRC is being launched, and thank God we are here today.
This was something that all victims were really even expecting earlier, you know, but it's good to prepare it well, and that's what they did with Baba Gale and Ministry of Justice. And now we victims are also really proud of this day, because it's like something that all of us consider as important to bring justice in more than one families, and we're talking about hundreds of families. So to have this day, the launching, is just amazing.
We are grateful to all of you for your presence here today. We are particularly grateful to His Excellency, the President. Your Excellency, your presence here today is yet another indication of your personal commitment to the process of peace and reconciliation in our country.
Today's launch of the TRRC is a testimony of the strong political will and continued commitment of the President and his government to deliver on the country's peace-building priorities, in particular transitional justice.
Today's inauguration of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission is yet another tangible expression of that leadership, with a clear belief in the recognition that in order for the country to move forward to greater heights, it must reckon with its past. It must engage in a good faith effort to uncover past wrongs. It must identify and hold those responsible accountable, provide the answers and indeed the recognition and justice that victims and affected communities so deeply yearn for and desire.
Today's launch builds a platform for this country to replace a culture of impunity with a culture of accountability, which is vital in all democratic processes.
The former president escaped with his perpetrators, and they are still going about their lives. The new government that are expecting them to wipe out fears is not doing nothing about it. No! Do not think the government is not doing something about it. This government is doing everything to make sure justice is done.
The road to this launching event was long and challenging. The parallel and elaborate selection processes for the commissioners, the establishment of the regional selection panels, the public consultations and engagements at all levels, the direct involvement of thousands of Gambians in the selection process, the partnership with civil society and victims' representatives, the training of over 50 media personnel, the nomination of 133 candidates from across the country, the public calls for objections, and the final appointment of the 11 ordinary men and women who have now been entrusted to preside over and facilitate reconciliation between victims and perpetrators. They include representatives from all 7 administrative regions of the country and the diaspora, from all 5 majority ethnic groups in the country, from the 2 main religious denominations, from the National Youth Council, and 4 women, including the deputy chairperson. Their task is arduous, but no doubt noble. This commission
is the outcome of the dreams of a people united in their wish for a better future. A future free of oppression, persecution, and tyranny. For a long time, we had looked forward to this day.
This great day has been awaited anxiously by the victims who had lost all hope and no longer knew which way to turn to. However, they have found a glimmer of hope based on the establishment of the Truth, Reconciliation, Reparation Commission. This TRRC, which is launching today, has great importance to the victims for several reasons. It helps them to carry out their mourning, to know the truth, and to establish the responsibility to finish impunity and put an end to the cycle of human rights violations, and to obtain justice and reparations and reconciliation for sustainable peace and stability in our nations.
At the end of its operations, the Commission shall submit a report to the President. The report will contain its summer findings and recommendations, which are expected to strengthen and consolidate our burgeoning democracy.
And I believe Gambia is today a success story and a textbook case for peace building and sustaining peace through partnerships with the international community.
Today, therefore, marks the beginning of a process that will demonstrate to the world that we are capable of reconciliation as a nation, and that our conduct during and after the 2016 elections is a true reflection of our national character as a peace-loving and progressive people. A day like today gives us an opportunity to reflect further on the very sober words of our national anthem, that for the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and work and pray, that all may live in unity, freedom, and peace each day. Let justice guide our actions towards the common good and join our diverse peoples to prove man's brotherhood.